Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another session of Politics in the Car. And tonight, I'm making another quick video just to follow up from yesterday's, because I've actually run into a situation at my local pizza shop that I really felt needs to be, told to people so we can get a bigger sense of what's happening. So, first of all, if anyone can, go down to Big Mama Pizza in Deer Park and support that business, because they've just been robbed. That'd be great. So before we all jump to like, oh, they've been robbed, it's quite complex. So I think it was about a week ago, a lady presented at the shop, homeless and hungry with no money, and they gave her some pizza and some food and a drink, and sent her on her way, which is it's quite quite a sad story. However, once they closed the shop, she returned, smashed one of the windows, broke into the shop, took some more food and drinks and that. So it was all caught on CCTV, and I think the takeaway message here is that she's broken into the shop to get food and drinks. It's becoming quite prominent in the West and in Victoria and probably across the country as well. That I know that for the West, that crimes against the person are increasing. So it's just showing how dire things are becoming. The lack of work, the cost of living increases, the housing costs increasing. People say, oh, there's no excuse, send them to jail, right? If it's small little sections of the community, like little, anomalies that are here and there, yes, it's crime. But when it starts becoming a broader, bigger issue, it's more than just send them to jail. Because if we do that, we're going to imprison a lot of our community. And quite frankly, prison is there to lock people up, the worst offenders. It's not to lock people up who are stealing food and water trying to get by. I remember reading that, single mothers or single parents are becoming one of the larger groups that are stealing food from supermarkets and things like that. It's getting quite dire out there, and I really want to focus on that as a community, because this is our home. These are the people that live around us. These are people we went to school with. These are our family members. We need to be doing more for them and for our community in the more general context. A previous post I just posted, probably I think a couple of hours ago, showed census data of the socioeconomic disadvantage of Victoria, more Melbourne. And you've got the north, Brimbank, sort of out in the west and southeast, working class suburbs. So the redder it is, the more disadvantaged it is. And you've got the southeast, you've got the west, and you've got the north that are just really, really dark red. Poverty is really starting to get in there. And I don't think we understand what poverty is in this country, because a lot of people say, where's the disadvantage? If you live in the west, you're disadvantaged. Like, even if you're working, you're disadvantaged. Your disposable income isn't as great as others. Your income isn't on par with other people. You're not earning enough money. You're not making enough to get by. You might think you are, but we're not. We're and it's not, this person's fault, that person's fault. Well, it is. There is people at fault at the end of the day. The people that pay us, the people that make the rules, people that put the policies in place, the planning for housing. There's a whole heap of things that cause it. But we really need to start standing up, standing together, pushing back. Because, that really hurts, that like my local or our local pizza shop for the area has been broken into by a woman who's homeless with no food and has to go to those dire straits to eat. This is Australia, and I keep hearing about pensioners as well. Pensioners are struggling to eat and get by, and I'm going to make a video about that. I'm just doing a bit more research. I'm trying to hear a few more stories, because I don't know how to word it. Because people who have worked all their life, raised a family, paid their taxes, done their dues, are being shafted at the end of life. That's something I struggle with as someone, as an Australian. These generations that came before us, paved the way for today, are just being forgotten. And it just makes me so angry. I don't even know how to word that. I don't even know what to say in a video about that. But I know we need to do more. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you next time.